Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Sunday, the 11th of April 2021. Today is Sunday, the day after the game, and as always, we do a stats video. This is the Stats Sunday video. What you're looking at on screen now is from Experimental 361. It's the expected goals over the length of the match, and as you can see, pretty tight. First half, Millwall are in blue, Swansea are in black. Pretty tight. First half, we actually had more shots than them. Not very good shots because the line doesn't go up so far. And they scored just before half time, and it gives them a little bit of a boost because in the second half they come out. They have lots of chances around about the 55-minute mark. Then there's like a gap of 10 minutes for them, and then an even longer gap for us where we're just defending. We're not defending, but not having a shot on target. And they get the second goal, and then it's throw everything at it. We need to win to get in the playoffs. If we don't, then we've got no chance if we don't win. We need to win realistically most of our games. Maybe we could have afforded to lose one, maybe this one, but yeah. So everything was thrown at Swansea, and they got us on the counter and got the goal. So I didn't actually watch the game live. I had some other stuff to do that I couldn't get out of. So, but I did watch the game last night at about 1 AM. Watched the whole game back, and the result, I thought, oh, we must have got absolutely battered, but it really wasn't like that. We didn't play well. We didn't pass to each other well. We couldn't connect to the Mill players. Couldn't connect to each other, passing the ball to each other, dribbling and then crossing it in. It wasn't really working. And yeah, it just wasn't really working. And then seeing the result, I thought, oh, we must have got bad. But watching it back, I see, oh, we gave away the goal in the first half, which absolutely killed us probably. And we had to chase the game, and that left us exposed. And I think if we'd have been playing the game normally and doing game management and all that kind of stuff normally, we probably would have lost 1-0. It wouldn't have been 3-0. But here's the thing. The substitutions were strange. They didn't really improve anything or change anything, because here's the thing. Rowett said the other day that, oh, maybe playing with Mason Bennett and Jed Wallace up front, maybe that's the way to go now. Maybe we should play like this. Maybe we don't need a tall striker. Maybe we don't need a forward who can actually shoot and score a goal. Play with his back to goal and just hold the ball up. Maybe we just play with two converted wingers down the middle. And this game was a slap in the face to that, because Matt Smith would have been a good choice to bring on in that second half. He would have changed the game, would have given something different, which we don't really have. So what happens now? Should we re-sign some Matt Smith? There are rumours that he's not going to be offered a contract. He hasn't presumably been offered one yet. I don't know. He's quite old, isn't he? So maybe they just say, maybe they be a bit rude and a bit cheeky and say, oh, we'll give you a contract, but for less money, because we're going to be using you as a sub, because you don't have the engine to to play against fit and fresh players. You've only got the stamina capacity to play against tired players by coming in as a sub in the second half. Maybe they try something like that. I don't know. Maybe they just try and get another tall player. Maybe they're not going to try and play with two wingers up front. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. So you can see here, Swansea have 3 goals, but the expected goals is 1. That's what I'm saying. So it's 1 to 0.8. It was a close game, closer than the score suggests. Lowe played really well. A player that we were trying to sign earlier, before he went to Swansea. So there you go. Moving on to this is from infogol.net. This is a website that just gives stats and stuff. It plots the XGs on a map. So we've seen the XG over time. We're going to see it on a map now. You can see here. Yeah. So if you look in the middle, the XG, they actually give a lower XG to Millwall than the other website that just did. It's just 1.02 to Swansea to 0.61 to Millwall. So worse for Millwall attacking wise, they say here. Let's have a look at the stats. The number stats. So possession wise, yeah, 45 to Millwall, 55 to Swansea. Attempts on target 2 to 5. Attempts off target 7 to 3. So that's when you're not playing with an actual striker. An out-and-out striker. I mean, when Zohor come on, he was a bit hit and miss, but he did have one really cracking shot that stung Freddie Woodman's palms. That's what you get with a striker. They know how to shoot. Block shots 3 to 2. Goalkeeper saves 2 to 3. Total passes 415 to 514. Completed passes 311 397. Forward 3 on corners, 3 offsides. 13 fouls to 8. So Millwall getting pulled up on the fouls there. So there's that. Let's go to the map. So the map of the expected goals. Pretty poor chances all round. See, Swansea had the better chances. The bigger the circle, the better chance. But that chance there was not scored. That was Jamalo on 27 minutes. That was 36% of chance of being a goal. But the actual goals are the ones with the yellow rings. So we got the Jamalo one there, we got the Jamalo one there, and we got the Andrew Ayew goal, which is 45%, which does not bode well for Bartosz Białkowski. Now everyone was bigging up Bartosz from his performance in the last game against Stoke, but damn. I gotta say, he didn't really do it for me yesterday. Yeah. So let's have a look at the Millwall goals here. Just shooting from all over the place. Not really carving out a clear-cut chance. Really poor chances, small circles. Yeah, it is what it is, and they were mostly off target. First half, you can see there. From Millwall, from Swansea. So we had more shots than they did in the first half, but they had the better chance, and they scored a goal, obviously. Second half, there you go. Pretty similar in the second half, but they scored the 2 goals, so that would lead even more. That would even cast an even poorer light on Białkowski there. So let's have a look at the ratings for each player. So here we can see. So we actually got Evans' lowest score, 5.48. McNamara 5.54. Białkowski 5.8. Cooper 8.5. Malone, because Cooper was arguably our biggest attacking threat. I mean, he hit the bar. Malone 7.1, Bennett 7.25. So did any of the subs do anything? Kenza Hall 6.5. So there you go. Okay. So there you go. Let's see what the other website says about player stats. This is whoscored.com. This is the website where they get the EFL teams of the week from. They get it from these ratings here. So what do they say here? Match summary. Millwall stole the ball often from the opposition, but were poor at finishing, gave away a lot of free kicks around the box, were caught offside often, had a high shot frequency when in possession. Swansea stole the ball often from the opposition, were effective at creating goal scoring opportunities from long shot situations, were effective at creating goal scoring opportunities from counter attacks, were strong at finishing, but were caught offside often, attacked down the right side, favoured short passing. So there's that. You can see here what happens when you pay millions of pounds for strikers. They had 10 shots, got 3 goals, 30% conversion rate. I know they actually didn't score in 4 games before they played us, so it doesn't always work, but when it does, there you go. 30% conversion rate is one of the highest I've seen. Pretty impressive, but once again, is it impressive or is it Biakowski? Because it was absolutely freezing yesterday. Absolutely freezing. I mean literally freezing. I think it was snowing somewhere else in the country. The cricket game had to be postponed. That's how cold it was. And looking at Biakowski wearing that green kit with the socks pulled all the way up, you gotta think, come on mate, I thought you were Polish. You're not used to the cold? And he has that big bushy beard as well. Yeah, it doesn't instill that much confidence. So here we go. So they were not doing anything down the middle, going down the wings. They obviously had IU on one side and Low on the other. Not really doing anything down the middle. Yeah. Let's move on to this. So you can, if you look at the top where the team names are, you can see the average player rating for Millwall players 6.21, for Swansea 7.14, so nearly a whole 10% better all round in terms of ratings. Jamal Low man of the match, 2 goals, 8.8. Star man, Orahan 7.7, IU 8.3. Basically, the only player to get a ranking higher than anyone in the Swansea team is Cooper 7.4. Although Routledge got 6.8, but most of the Swansea team are in 7s or above, and Cooper got 7.4, Malone 7.0. Everyone else pretty poor. So another Jed Wallace 5.8, McNamara 6.1. I didn't think he didn't appear to play that badly. Maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe something will come up in the stats, but Biakowski 5.6. So very low rating there for Biakowski. When you let in, basically, what did we? 30% of the shots toward 30% of the shots Swansea had went into the goal. Yeah, that's not going to give you a decent mark. So there are the ratings. Let's have a look now. So we actually had more shots. Millwall, in this graphic, they always do the home team in red and the away team in blue. So Millwall were in red here, if you haven't figured that out already, in the left hand side. And as you can see here, Cooper, two shots on target. Malone 2 shots on target. Well, not on target, just the total shots. And Bennett 2 as well. So Cooper, probably why he got the ice mark for us. He's doing his defensive work and trying to do attacking work as well. And Zahor, when he come on there, two shots as well. But you see Lowe there with 4. So Lowe had 4 shots and got 2 goals. That's and look at IU, 1 shot, 1 goal. Boom. Boom. That's what a striker is, not a converted midfielder playing up front. So possession wise, yeah, we know they've had more than us, and we can see here. So McNamara, that's quite low for McNamara. Oh, he did go off though. So players who went off would have lower. So Mitchell getting 5 when he went off. He had 5% of the total possession of the game. Okay. Yeah, like you look at Bennett 1.4, Thompson 3, Jed Wallace 3.9, and then you compare that to the Swansea strikers, Lowe 3.3, IU 3.5. There you go. Huh? You need a striker in Hulk who can hold the ball up and link people in. Yes, we do. We'll see if we get that. If Zahor starts the next game, if he's match fit, maybe he could do that. Maybe the Wallace and Bennett show will be retired, even though it seems to work until now. But it's not going to get us up to that level. I think the way Swansea played is probably the way Jacket wants to. I keep saying the wrong fucking names. The way Rowett wants to play. The way that Swansea played today. Something similar, I assume. Because he doesn't want. He clearly doesn't fancy Matt Smith or Ferguson, who can cross the ball sweetly. He wants quick players like Malone, Jed, Mason Bennett, and not actual strikers. So there you go. Pass success percentage from player by player. So not that bad. Murray Wallace 89. So he's doing well in that right centre back spot. Billy Mitchell, Keithton Beld 81%, pretty decent. Zohor 100% when he come on. But we'll see how many actual passes he actually had. It's alright to do percentages, but you gotta look at our whole numbers. So dribbles, McNamara 1. There you go. Aerials 1. They did us on the aerials. Every single player for them, except the goalkeeper, won an aerial. Even little Wayne Routledge. That's not good, is it? Bennett with 7, Cooper with 7, Evans with 4. Okay. Tackles, we had more tackles than them. Nothing down this right hand side. The whole right hand side, no tackles, really? Murray Wallace, McNamara, Kefton Bell didn't have a tackle? I don't know about that. Maybe, I'm not sure. So Mitchell with 3, Cooper with 5, there you go. So Cooper working well at both ends there. Corners, so dispossessed. 2 got, so there you go, yeah. Moving on now, let's have a look at the player stats in the list. Pretty much what we've just seen. Let me just, I wanted to check something now in terms of, so Jamal, there you go, look at that. Jamal Lowe, 4 shots, 3 shots on target, 2 goals. Now that is a striker, and we know that because we did try to sign him, and I think we did make the offer, but Swansea got in. I don't know if they offered more money or more wages, or the lad didn't want to come to Millwall because of other certain reasons. But there you go, that's a striker. Look at that. 4 shots, 3 on target, 2 goals. And the same with Ayew, 1 shot, 1 on target, 1 goal. That's the difference between a striker playing up front and a midfielder playing up front. So here we go. We've got the Millwall players ranked in order. So Jake Cooper, yeah, Millwall's best player yesterday. I agree with that. Scott Malone 6.98, George Evans 6.52, and then after that, a bit mediocre. Till you get all the way down. Kelsey 5.55, Jed Wallace 5.8, Conor Mahoney 5.85. So that's really poor from Jed when you've got all of the subs played better than got a better score than you did when they had less time on the pitch. So players who look at all the players above Jed: Mahoney, Bodvarsson, Gifton Bell, Sean Williams, Zahor, McNamara, Alex Pearce, were either all subbed off or subbed on. They had less time on the pitch than Jed Wallace and got a better score than him. Yeah, Jed wasn't able to run the show yesterday. He was one that they just couldn't get it going. So let's have a look. Who had the most touches for Millwall? Jake Cooper 70, Malone 67, pretty high. So 63 for Evans, Ward 61, Billy Mitchell 60, and then a drop off to Jed. So even though Jed had them quite a few touches, poor score all around. Aerials 1, I think we've seen that. Yeah, there you go. So 7 Millwall players had an aerial, 1 an aerial. There you go. Shots. So we've had a lot of shots. See, all of these players had shots. Eight different players having shots there. But we've already seen a lot of them were off target. So who actually had the on target shots? Only two shots on target. So Mason Bennett and Ken Zahor. They're obviously not including Jake Cooper because he hit the bar, but we hit the post and come back. Which that's how it goes, isn't it? On target means actually capable of going in unless someone's standing there to block it. But there you go. Look, all of these shots. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 shots, but only 2 are on target. That's, yeah, okay. Do we have an attacking coach? Do we have a shooting coach? I don't know. That's not too good, is it? So we will look at 2 offsides. Who got offside? Jed Wallace, Clifton Bell. So that's only 3 offsides. I don't know why they said we're offside often. Dispossessed. This is like caught on the ball. There you go. All of those players. Romeo, Mahoney, Mason Bennett, one of which led to the goal, didn't it? He was subbed off straight afterwards. He was not happy about that. That's how the last thing you do in a game, you get taken off. A lot of people blaming Romeo for that, but Mason Bennett was the one who got caught on the ball. Unscheduled touches though. Poor ball control. Yeah, Jed Wallace, there you go. They were on him. They weren't letting him have an easy time. Danny McNamara with 2. Okay. So there you go. Defensive wise, how do we do? Tackles. There you go. All of these 8 players having tackles. Cooper and Mitchell 5 and 3. Interceptions. Murray Wallace 4. But he didn't have any tackles apparently, Murray Wallace. Yeah, he did have a bit of trouble with low, didn't he? Getting caught for pace and stuff like that. So maybe he didn't. But he did have a lot of clearances though. So Murray Wallace didn't have any tackles or any block shots, but he had 4 interceptions and 5 clearances. Who else had clearances? So Jay Cooper as well, 5 clearances. So there you go. Jay Cooper, 5 tackles, 5 clearances, 2 block shots, and an attacking threat as well. That's why he's Millwall's man of the match there. Who gave away the most fouls? Was it Jed Wallace? No. So it's a tie between George Evans, Mason Bennett, Billy Mitchell, and Jay Cooper. So there you go. Passing wise, so who had the most passes? Jay Cooper 52, George Evans 48, Billy Mitchell 48. So Billy Mitchell third in passes, even though he went off in the 77th minute. So there you go. So Sean Williams 22 passes. He came on in the 77th minute. So not that bad. And what did Zahor have? Because he had an 100% pass accuracy, so he only had 2 passes. There you go. So it looks better than it was. He only had 2 passes, so there you go. Yes. How about, so did we have any crosses? Oh, so Scott Malone not playing too badly yesterday. 6 crosses, 4 accurate. And then you can see why Jed Wallace got a low score again. 3 crosses, 0 are accurate. Accurate meaning they found a Millwall player. So that's not really, might not be the fault of the person crossing it. It might be the person on the end of it who didn't get on the end of it. But only these players crossing it. So 5 Millwall players getting crosses in. Romeo, Mahoney, McNamara. So what have we got? We've got 2 from Romeo. He come on in 61. So he had about 30 minutes on the pitch, and he got as many crosses in as McNamara did in 60 minutes that he was on the pitch. So that might explain the reason in score differential there, with Romeo on 6.26 and McNamara 6.1. So long balls. So Biakowski's long balls, yeah, because there's no one who can head the ball. 19-4, that includes goal kicks and stuff like that. So Malone long balls not too accurate, 7-1. George Evans better, 5-4. Billy Mitchell better, 5-3. Murray Wallace 5-4. And there we go. Jay Cooper not good with the long balls yesterday. Jed Wallace actually better, 3-2. McNamara 2-1. Okay, so we don't really have anything to play for the rest of the season. Let's have a look to see where we stand in the table now, as it stands now. We are, if it can stop, can you stop? So there we are, we're 9th. So you look on the left hand side, you think, oh, that we're quite close, 9th in the league. There's 5 games left to play. But you go into the other side, on the right hand side, and you can see 58 points. 1 point to the team above us in Cardiff. And then an extra 7 points to the team above. So 8 points just to get to 7th. And then another 10 points just to get to Bournemouth. And look at their goal difference. Plus 25. So, yeah. And Bournemouth literally won their last 4 games. Whereas we just lost the game. Yeah. We've drawn the most games in the league, 16. If you look there in the middle. We've only scored 41 goals, which is the lowest in the top half. The next to lowest is Luton in 35. In the second half of the table. So in the top half of the table, with the lowest goal scorers in 41. Yeah, so there's nothing left to play for now. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe we're gonna get battered time and time again. Maybe some players who weren't playing will play. Maybe a youngster or two will get some game time. Who knows? Who knows? We've got some tough games though. We got Brentford. So yeah, we've got Brentford. We're in third. Then we've got to play Bournemouth in sixth. Then we've got to play Watford in second, and then Bristol City. So damn, damn. We'll see how it goes. That's it for today's Stats Sunday video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.